It's always great to chat to my next guest, who's on the other end of the camera, all the way from sunny Adelaide. It's Vince from the Zep Boys. How are you, Vince?
I'm very well, Sean. Good to be seeing your face.
Oh, mate, it's been a while, but we're looking forward to seeing you very, very soon back in WA with the show.
Yep. Absolutely. Geez, it's been a while since we've been there, actually, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. You did a couple of shows. Was it 2 years ago, maybe, when you did Freo, and I
Yeah,
think you did the Charles or something like that, which was fantastic.
yeah. It was still all COVID-y and everything, but
That
now
was it.
it's kind of like a distant memory now.
So, of course, now a little bit of a change of venue. You go into the wonderful Astor Theatre, which I've been
Yep.
frequenting lately to see some fantastic live shows. That's going to be really different for you, isn't it?
Well, theatres, I've done lots of theatre shows, so I'm comfortable in a theatre. But what I really like is how theatres are starting to reevaluate how they can do shows and make it more like a pub. A lot of people that have grown up in Aussie pubs, and I'm one, they don't want to sit down. They want to have a drink. They want to dance. They don't want to be restricted. It's great how some of the theatres, and the Astor is one, where they're going, okay, well, let's make it all general admission up the front. We'll put a bar or two in the actual room itself, and up the top we'll have it seated. So if you want to sit down and enjoy the concert as a theatre, you can, and if you want to run amok up the front, it's good. So I love this whole thing. It's great.
Yeah, and it's probably one of the best venues in Perth.
Cheers, man.
But good health. To good health to you.
Yes, cheers to you and all your viewers.
Oh, wonderful! It's one of the probably the best venues in Perth for a rock sound as well. It's got a fantastic sound set up there, and the guys on the mixing desk do a fantastic job there. So it's going to make it even
all right.
more
So
special.
is it an old theatre?
Old theatre. It's got all that Art Deco lobby still. We can still buy lollies at the. They still sell lollies in the thing at the lobby with the beers.
Yep.
It's great.
Yep. Oh, good.
So what can we expect in the show this time? Is it just going to be a solid? What are we having? 2 hours this year?
Well, look, we always say 2 hours. It always is about 2.5 hours, a 2.5 hour show. I struggle to pull songs out. There's so many good ones, and because our bass player is a multi-instrumentalist. He not only plays bass and mandolin and guitar, but he's a keyboard player as well. So I want to do some of the beautiful keyboard songs like Kashmir and the Rain Song and Misty Mountain. So yeah, it starts getting, but you don't want to take out all the, the hard rocking tunes either, because well, the Led Zeppelin fans, they want them. So be a 2.5 hour show. It'll be high energy, and hey, we've been doing this for a while.
Just a year or two. Well, it's Friday, the 1st of September. Tickets are available through Ticketek, and you can go through the Zep Boys site and find all the links for that on Facebook. And of course, something that's changed for you guys in the last 2 or 3 times I've seen you is the lineup. So who have we got coming over this time?
On guitar, you'll know Zan Nico. They say he's my twin, just a little bit thinner and younger and better looking and smarter and more talented. But apart from that, we're exactly the same. So Zan Nico on guitar. It'll be Julian Perrotta. I don't think Julian's come to town. First time we're bringing Julian to Perth, I believe.
Wow.
Great drummer, man. What a little dynamo this man is. Right on point as John Bonham, but an exceptional musician as well. So, you have your musicians, but then you have the musicians that pay respect to the song. So when you've got a musician that is also someone that looks at the song, he's not only playing his part, but he plays with the band in its entirety. So, which is really good. And of course, Stuart Day on bass and keyboards and mandolin.
Wonderful. So we're expecting obviously a long show. Where was your love for Zeppelin? Where did that first come from? Because I know we've interviewed a few times. We've never gone back to where this all began for you.
Well, really, like a lot of kids my age, or a lot of people my age, when we were kids, the Beatles were, you know, I mean, generally speaking, I'm sure there's always going to be alternatives, but generally speaking, we love the Beatles and Elvis. Why? Because that's what got rammed down our throats on the TV and the radio. They were, you know, phenomena. Sorry, I'll just shut that door. But of course, they weren't just a marketing exercise. Elvis and the Beatles were exceptional and will last the test of time. So I was in the Beatles and that sort of stuff. So I was, you know, love my sweet little melodies, you know. I want to hold your hand. You know, being a little kid, you love it. And Elvis, you know, he was really cool, and wow, what a hero he was with his movies and stuff like that. So, but you know, I was born in 1960. So when Led Zeppelin came out, 69, I was 9 years old. So I really wasn't exposed to them as much until, and I'm sure I would have heard Whole Lotta Love or something like that, somewhere along the line. But it wasn't until Led Zeppelin 4, when Black Dog, Rock and Roll, Stairway to Heaven, they started hitting a lot of the radio stations that would play Elvis and the Beatles, so, you know, so to speak, and all the pop. Well, my God, well, I'm going, hang on a minute. And being 12 years old, starting to hit that, you know, puberty stage, you know, everything was a little bit, it was like sexy and cool, man. Black Dog, I just freaked out. I'm there, that's it. My life changed. You know, it was so haunting that, hey, Mom said, where you move, make you sweat, gonna make you groove. You know, it was just voice, ethereal. And then, down, 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 down. I mean, you gotta picture it. It's like, this is directly from the gods, this music. And if you dissect it analytically, I suppose there wasn't anything different they were doing. I mean, Fleetwood Mac, can't help about the shape I'm in. I can't sing, I ain't pretty, and my legs are thin. Don't ask me what to think, you might not give the answer that you want me to. But hey, very similar. But it wasn't as haunting and as sexy and as rocky as this Led Zeppelin thing. That was just amazing. And then, you know, that hit, that John Bonham, you know, playing just 4 straight while they were doing this riff, you know, and that high, sexy, rock and screaming voice. Nah, I was hit with a bug. Wow. I still am.
I can see it. I can see it in your eyes and your face. The excitement and the energy that builds just talking about it, let alone performing it.
Oh, it's driven me for all these years, that energy. And you know, of course, other musicians and stuff, but that's a life force that, man, you know, what those guys accomplished, and people like them, because there are many, they are really incredible. Incredible human beings. That energy will keep going long before they are gone.
Yeah.
They are gods, because they will live forever. Not you and me.
No. And their music is a legacy.
Let's enjoy our beer while we can.
And of course, it was Robert Plant's birthday. I think, was it yesterday? 75.
Yesterday in Australia, it's his birthday today in the UK. That's
he
right.
He can have 2, like
he can have 2, mate. Yeah, 75, mate. Wow.
Incredible. And of course, how long have Zep Boys been doing this now?
Well, geez, we're just shy of 38 years. So 37, it'll be 38 years next January.
That's
38
incredible.
years, Sean.
That is incredible. And
Oh,
and as I said, last time I saw you, I got to see both shows, the Freo and the Charles show, just because
cool.
you can't get enough of that music.
Oh, God bless you. Yeah.
I was
And
like,
look, go ahead.
no, sorry, carry on.
The tickets are selling like incredibly. So I think people like this theatre business, running a mark out the front. And it's because unfortunately, when you go to a theatre, the price goes up because it's expensive. The production and the theatre costs, and all the people that have to work, they have to be paid. So the price has gone up, but the crowd is getting bigger. So go figure.
Fantastic. And that's
People
the
don't
legacy
give
of
a
that
shit
music.
about money.
No,
People
that's
don't
it.
give a shit about money when they go, no, I want to get my fucking dose.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You want to get a good night's entertainment, sing along to
Yeah.
all the songs, and come away with
Yeah.
a sore throat, knowing you've had the best
Yeah.
night ever. And what
Yeah.
better music is there to do that with?
Oh, well, it's so diverse, you've got everything. It's a Led Zeppelin show is a variety show.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I caught Jason Bonham recently. He was at the Astor at the start of
I
the year.
see you got the T-shirt.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
just blown away. The music and what always gets me with the same as your shows, and it was the same the night I saw him. The diversity of the audience, the age gaps between there's young teenagers there, there's guys in their 60s and 70s there, and they're all singing along to every song.
Sean, if you look at a photograph of Sophia Loren when she was a young lady, you look at her and go, holy moly, there is the most beautiful woman that I've ever laid eyes on, regardless of how old she is now. Kids listening to music, Led Zeppelin now, they go, what the fuck is that? Just like I did. It's real. It's just so good, I love it. The kids, when I see kids, and I say kids, they're in their 20s. Actually, there are some kids, kids like they come with their mum and dad, which they are allowed to at the theatre. 15, 16. They love Led Zeppelin. Wow. My heart bursts with joy.
And that's the magic of that music. It's timeless, and it crosses every age and every age group and genre. What I know when I caught you the other day on the phone, and you were actually sitting down writing. When you're writing your own solo stuff, do you find any of those influences come in?
Yes, they do. I do, because Led Zeppelin is very blues based, and Robert Plant, a lot of his vocal phrasing and also lyrics, he snatches from old blues songs and things, and they catapult you or springboard you into another area. So absolutely, I am inspired by them still to this day.
Yeah, because I know you obviously released a solo album last year, which we never got a chance to speak about. And I was just wondering if those influences came in the writing of things like that.
Yeah, look, yes, actually, in my solo album, I quote a lot of Led Zeppelin lyric here and there in very non-Led Zeppelin songs. I thought that'd be a little bit of a quirky thing, So, so it's something for the listener to go, that's a Led Zeppelin line. But, they're probably not originally Led Zeppelin lines. They're probably someone, like Blind Boy, Sonny, Blind Boy Williamson, or, some Howlin' Wolf or somebody like that. They probably coined the phrases first. Which is wonderful, because that's what it's all about. Passing on those themes. We think we've become so evolved and sophisticated, but we're still just a couple of, I don't know, bits. We're not too far away from Cro-Magnon or Neanderthal man.
I'm going to ask you a really, really unfair question now.
Okay. Don't tell me what my favourite song is.
I was going to say, what's your best favourite one to sing in the show? Because I know you love singing all of them, but if there's one that sits out for you, I'll give you a top three.
I sit here like a dunce trying to work that out.
Does it change maybe night for night?
I really love Celebration Day. That's a good song because it gives me a little bit of time at the end to do a little bit of ad-libbing and sing it my way. I love the Rain song because it gives me a chance to bring myself down dynamically and show vulnerability with emotion and sing, and then also let it power out. So there's, a huge dynamic. So, stuff like Celebration Day and the Rain song, and look, and still Black Dog, because it challenges me. That song, that one bloody song, has kept me honest for the last 38 years. Because today I woke up, I had my coffee, and I had to practice my singing so as I could have my voice at a level to sing that song. And if you don't practice every day like a prize fighter, you're going to get floored in the first round. And if you want to last the distance, you got to do your training. Regardless of how many years you do it, Sean, there is no easy way. You got to do the work.
Yeah,
and it's kept me honest. And it's been challenging, but also it's been very, very rewarding because I'm a proud man, and when I get on stage, I want to be able to do the job like people want. They want that Zeppelin fix, and I know exactly what they're after because that's what I want too. It's kept me honest, and it's shown me a way of life. It's taught me that no matter what you do in life, no matter how good or bad or whatever it is, not what goal you want to achieve or what you want to be or whatever it is, if you work hard and you work hard and you work hard and you work hard, good things happen. That's something that I'll be eternally grateful for. Actually, Arnie said it in a movie that they've just done about him. Secret to Success, and I totally related to this. Be useful, work hard, have fun. How simple. And I can relate to that because if you're useful, you will find people around you to help you do what you need to do. If you work hard, you release the magic within you that nobody else has. It's unique to you. That magic, that energy is you and nobody else. And that's hard. That's the individual hard work. And fun, well, you share it with everybody. I love it.
I watched that doco. It was fantastic.
Yeah, it is. What a great human being.
I know, and it just goes to show, even from a kid, he just trained and trained and trained, and aimed for his goals, and that's what he wanted to do.
Yes, you train. You can't avoid the hard work, but that's what makes you.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have to have any pre-show warm-ups before you go out there? Is there a locking yourself in a room and having a warble?
Well, because technology is what it is, I have every song I perform with the vocals removed. So, and I have my machinery and stuff that, my devices. It's like a studio. So I sing through the set every day.
Wow. That's incredible.
Yeah. So, and then when I call a rehearsal, it's like you just, from beginning to end, you go bang, 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 because everybody does the same thing. So once upon a time, we didn't have all this technology at our disposal. So I love it. I love the modern technology because it helps me work harder.
Brilliant. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, it's not going to be long. Time is flying. 1st of September, as I say, it's a Friday night. There's no excuse for people not to come out to see this. Tickets are flying out the door.
There's no football on, I think, that weekend because it's a bye. Not that you give a shit. I think next week is the last round of the AFL.
Yes.
Football
so
is very
week
big
off.
in Western Australia. So that next week is the last round, and then they have a bye, so the teams can get themselves all ready for the finals. So there'll be nothing on.
Well, there'll be nothing on for us because I don't think either of ours has got anywhere near the finals.
No, I know they've had a challenging year, but they'll be back, mate.
So there's no excuse why people don't come out to this. I've seen the Zep Boys a few times now. Never come out of there without a smile on my face, a rasping sore throat, and sore arms from punching the air. It's always a wonderful night.
That's it, man.
Vince, as always, it's a wonder to speak to you. Thank you ever so much for your time, and get back to enjoying your beer. And we will see you very, very soon here in WA at the Astor Theatre.
All right, we'll see you. I'll see you on Friday night on the 1st. You coming?
I will be there. I'm sure I will.
We'll look after the Rockpit. You'll be coming with your photographer?
We will be. We will be covering the show.
Done.
Awesome. Vince, thanks ever so much. You stay safe, travel well, regards to the guys, and we'll see you when you get here.
All right, mate. You take care.